all that Juwan did with 35, Devo 3 kind of sparked you like this difference here, what you did defensively in about 10 or 12 possessions at the end?
Yeah, we were trying to play some matchups, some point drop, and because they were, I think they scored, they were 7 of 8, I think, to start the second half. So we tried to go play some matchup, and we were a little better than that, but not very good. And when they cut it to 1, I said, well, why don't we just find out if we can guard, and if we can get stops, and if we can do what we're supposed to do. And I know we did a great job. Really took away their dribble handoff series, took that stuff away, and kind of kept it on one side of the floor finally.
Did it get to a point where it seemed like the only thing that they had offensively was the high screen and roll?
I mean, I told you for 7 years we're going to take them out of what they want to do, and it's going to come down to we got to guard the ball, and we got to guard the pick and roll, and I think we did that. I think we took them out of their dribble handoff series, took them out of all the baseline stuff that they run, and then I mean that's what good coaches do. You figure out some other way to get a basket. We're just young and dumb. We made some really bad decisions. You don't run at a guy who's got a dead ball. You know, you don't run at him to double him. He's already stuck. And we did that twice. 2 different guys.
Well, how would you sum up Juwan's day?
He wants to win. I think that's the biggest thing. He wants to win. We changed some stuff that I thought that we could take advantage of. Just kind of tried to spread it a little bit more and let him play off the bounce a little bit more. Let Aaron play off the bounce a little bit more, and Terry. And I think honestly we got kind of what we wanted. We thought we could get to the free throw line, and I'm just watching tape, and we were able to. But I mean, you know, Mitch, I've said it 1,000 times. The kid cares, and he works. You know, he puts time in. He studies film. He wants to be a really good player, and you know, I'm really proud of him. Proud of the fact that he hasn't backed off. You know, he's kind of turned into what a lot of the other guys that I've had that ended up being great players have had. You know, you tell them, you know, get out of practice, man. I want to, you know, we need to save your legs a little bit, and you turn around, he's right back in, and that's the way those other guys were. And he's in early, he stays late. He's the kind of guy that you hope has success because he's earned it.
Coach, how about the job you guys did on Southwell? It seemed that Foster and Gibson got theirs, but Southwell really struggled.
Well, obviously, we want to do a better job on those two, but yeah, Shane's a tough matchup, and we changed how we were going to guard him, and I think that helped us a little bit. I mean, he missed some shots. Let's be honest, he missed some shots. If they go in, he's a lot harder to guard.
About the changes you made with your offense, was that a thing for you, or was it a thing for Kansas State?
Well, they help so much, Mike. You know, when you gang guard the way they gang guard, it's if you don't really get them spread, it makes it really difficult. We didn't get them spread enough, and before, and so we wanted to spread them, and then you hope that Nate and Remy can make some shots, and fortunately Nate made one early, and so you know you don't help quite as much, and then Remy made a couple late because they were helping, they were concerned about our penetration. We've got to do a better job on the pick and roll. I mean, we got to do a better job scoring off of that and getting the ball to our bigs down there. And we just, our decision making isn't as good as what it needs to be. Terry took a bad shot start to half and had Remy wide open in the corner. He should have kicked it. Aaron had an offensive foul that he ran over Gibson. I don't really think he ran over Gibson, but he bumped into him, and he should have kicked it to the corner, and he didn't. So I mean, we just got to get better at those things and better at recognition as to what people are doing.
It all sounds like stuff that you can easily do, maybe you already do in larger guard. Is it something that could sustain, or was it just a one-day?
It's really easy, like, to look at it on film and say, I see you should have done that.
Right.
It's a little harder when people are out there chasing you around trying to steal the ball from you. It becomes a whole lot harder, and it's a whole lot harder when you're 6'2" or whatever, and you're into all those arms and legs, and it's hard to get a good look. So you have to kind of rely on really kind of what the coaches tell you, that that which guy's going to come open. Because we sit there, we don't have anybody guarding us. I feel like I do sometimes, but I really don't.
Coach, Gibson's turnover when he throws it out of bounds, Southwell's play where he gets the ball and he goes out of bounds. Are those two of the key moments of the game, and then your defensive pressure, is that probably the best it's been all season?
Yeah, I thought for a 3 or 4 possession deal, that's the best it's been.
Bob, Juwan's ability to get to the rim and his quickness, rate that amongst the other guards that you've had, all the guys that, going on. Does he like anybody?
I don't know that I've ever had anybody like him, to be honest with you. Nick had great quickness, but he could get you going this way, backwards, and then you think he was going to step back and you'd raise up and he'd go by you. He's the only one that's, I think, even close. Logan didn't play that way at all. He's probably, if there's anybody, probably a little bit more like Satterfield, but I think he's more explosive than what Sat was.
Coach, after the first game, you said that the game would be different here. That's not something that you typically do. What sparked that, and did things play out the way that you thought?
I thought we were horrible. And they played pretty well. And then I read where Bruce said that, that's maybe their best game of the year. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's their best game of the year, and we were awful. We were just dreadful. So I thought, if that is the case, then we're going to play better. Anybody like take this? I'd love to give it away.
I've already got my own.
Okay. You always do. You're so damn selfish. But
when you spread the floor the way you successfully did today, it obviously plays into Juwan's hands. He scores 35. But still, does it surprise you that you win and Terry and Aaron scored 2 points between them in the second half? I can see you sitting here after a loss saying, we can't win if Terry and Aaron score 2 points.
Probably. Let's be honest. He's not going to get 35 in the game, but he did today. If you give him space, he's so hard to guard in space because he's got such great explosion, and I think that the difference really is that he can make shots now. They didn't come running at him like they run at Terry and Aaron, and he made a 3. He's able to bounce it into shots. And, when you got a guy coming at you like he is, and you're back on your heels, and he steps into shots, he's going to get a good look. They're not going to pressure that because they're back on their heels. But to answer your question, probably not. honest to God, Dave, I thought Remy could score because I thought they were going to have to help. I thought we'd get a little bit more out of our bigs than what we did, but they're getting better. They just, they just don't understand how hard it is. It's a hard game. They just don't. They just kind of want. They go pretty hard for a while, and then they relax, and you can't do that.
Expand what Dave asked even more. Do you believe that you were going to win a game with those two teams in the second half? You outscored 48 to 26 in the paint, giving up 62% field goals in the second half. That's a lot to overcome.
It is, Bob. But in all honesty, that's why I keep harping with those guys that you can always guard. And we didn't guard for a prolonged period of time, but we're going to work into where we are. But we did guard pretty good when we had to guard, and you have to rebound the ball, and we didn't do a great job of that. But we got ourselves some second opportunities. We really should have. When Devin missed the dunk, we probably should have had that ball and kind of slapped at it and knocked it out of bounds, rather than securing it. But you got to win something like this. You got to win something like this. You got to win some when people don't play their best, and somebody else has to step up. And obviously, Juwan did.
Coach,
Did that answer your question?
That's all.
Okay.
kind of off subject, halfway, more than past halfway comments. Is it weird at all that you guys haven't seen Kansas or Iowa State or Oklahoma yet?
I haven't paid attention, to be honest with you. I mean, I know we play Oklahoma. Tony told me on the radio, I didn't even pay attention. I have no idea we play after that. Don't care, really. We tell them don't look ahead, and well, honest to God, I don't know. I don't know who we play or where or when or anything. We must play Kansas because everybody's calling one tickets at some point in time here soon. But other than ticket requests, that's the only time I, think about it.